Ryan Singleton, a 24-year-old openly gay model from Atlanta, Georgia, was determined to pursue fame and fortune in Hollywood, but his hopes and dreams were tragically cut short in July of 2013 when he mysteriously disappeared during a fateful trip to California, never to be seen alive again. His body was later discovered in the middle of a California desert, mutilated and missing several of his organs. The circumstances surrounding Ryan's death are shrouded in mystery. A decade has passed since his mysterious death, yet the truth behind Ryan Singleton's untimely demise remains elusive to this day. Despite tireless efforts by the authorities, a verdict on what truly transpired is still awaited. The unsettling nature of the case has sparked theories and speculation, leading many to question, could Ryan have fallen victim to organ harvesting, or did he simply get lost in the unforgiving desert and succumb to its harsh conditions? In this deep dive, I will explore the events leading up to his demise and discuss possible theories about his cause of death.
I want to keep living, I don't want to die. Definitely don't want to do that.
Ryan Singleton was born on January 22, 1989, to his devoted mother, Iris Flowers. Growing up in a small town in Atlanta, Georgia, Ryan discovered his passion for modeling at a tender age.
Somewhere between third and fourth grade, he figured out that his initials of his name, RTS, backward was STR, which meant star. So he started then making himself into a star.
With his captivating appearance and unwavering determination, he eventually soared to success as a runway model. At the age of 21, he left his home in Georgia and ventured to New York City, where he found success in the fashion industry, even participating in New York's Fashion Week.
He landed 7 shows during Mercedes Week in New York, and that's huge.
Later, he moved to Los Angeles with some of his friends, documenting their journey with the intention of creating a docuseries called Are We Famous Yet?
The inspiration for our docuseries was simple. It was Ryan. We wanted to document his journey in becoming a model.
Their goal was to create a close circle of friends and agents, similar to the TV show Entourage. In fact, they called themselves the Black Entourage. But in December of 2012, Ryan left LA and moved back to New York, where he secretly got married to celebrity stylist Keith Brewster, a man twice his age, in a wedding that his mother and friends didn't even know about. In fact, his mom found out about his nuptials through Facebook.
I found out on social media, Ryan has gotten married to a man twice his age. I don't even know who this is. I don't have a clue as to what's going on.
The wedding was attended by many of Keith's family and friends, including Cynthia Bailey from The Real Housewives of Atlanta. However, their marriage was short-lived, and within 4 months, the couple separated. According to Ryan's mother, Ryan was very unhappy during the marriage. He would call her to tell her that Keith would buy him $8,000 to $10,000 purses but wouldn't pay the bills. Their water was off, they didn't have food, and he had to resort to showering at the YMCA. Ryan decided to move back to Georgia with his mother, leaving behind a troubled relationship with Keith. During this time, Ryan expressed ominous feelings and made cryptic statements to his mother about feeling like something bad was going to happen to him because he felt like he had hurt too many other people. However, when his mom asked him to explain what he was talking about, Ryan remained evasive, leaving her with unanswered questions. 2 days after this conversation with his mom, Ryan abruptly left for Los Angeles to visit a friend in July of 2013. It was supposed to be a weekend getaway, but Ryan never returned. Ryan rented a vehicle upon reaching LA, and on July 9, 2013, he made a spontaneous decision to travel by himself to Las Vegas to explore the city while he was near the area. Ryan also called his mom to ask her to send him his emergency $100. However, when his mom tried to call him back to let him know she had wired the money, Ryan did not pick up. Not much is known about the specific activities he engaged in during his time there, but after a day of exploration, he felt it was time to return to Los Angeles. However, luck was not on his side. As he drove through the vast Mojave Desert, his car suddenly ran out of gas near a small town called Baker in Death Valley, leaving him stranded in the unforgiving desert. Unsure of what to do, Ryan found himself walking alone on the desolate road, hoping to find someone who could offer him assistance. Fortunately, a vigilant highway patrol officer noticed Ryan and pulled over to help. Ryan explained his predicament, and the officer kindly offered to drive him back to his stranded vehicle with the intention of refueling it. Their plan was to ensure Ryan could reach the nearest town. Together they embarked on a southbound journey along Interstate 15 in search of the lost car. However, despite their efforts, they couldn't locate the car. After driving for miles without success, the highway patrol officer made the decision to turn around, suspecting that Ryan may have unintentionally misguided him. They continued their northbound journey on Interstate 15, passing the point where Ryan had been picked up initially. As they reached the town of Baker, they realized they had lost track of the car's actual location. They assumed that someone had either towed it away or stolen it, presuming it had been abandoned on the roadside. Instead of retracing their path on the interstate, the patrol officer dropped off Ryan at an AM/PM gas station in Baker, California. Ryan assured him that he had a friend who lived in LA who would be willing to pick him up. Once they arrived at the AM/PM gas station, Ryan contacted his friend, and they arranged to meet at the rest stop. As he waited for his friend to arrive, Ryan entered the store and made a simple purchase. But as he stepped back outside, he mysteriously vanished. When his friend arrived, he was met with confusion and concern as Ryan was nowhere to be found. He drove through the town and attempted to contact Ryan on his phone, but to no avail. With no other options, he reluctantly returned home without Ryan. Ryan's friend reported him missing as soon as he got back to LA, and a thorough search ensued on July 10, 2013 by the San Bernardino County Sheriff's Department. They interviewed the locals, who provided first-hand accounts validating Ryan's presence on that day. Additionally, the police conducted an interview with Ryan's friend, swiftly eliminating any suspicions surrounding him. The highway patrol officer who helped Ryan was also cleared and attested to his sound mental state when he encountered him on that day of his vanishing. The officer recounted the incident where Ryan's car had broken down and how he ensured Ryan's safety by leaving him in capable hands at the rest stop in Baker. Equipped with this crucial information, the police embarked on a mission to trace Ryan's car, hoping to uncover any signs of successful repair. Ryan's mom told reporters that on the day Ryan went missing, she got a call from Ryan's estranged husband, who she said told her that Ryan had called them and it seemed like he had been drinking. She said he told her that Ryan's life could be in danger.
She received a phone call from Ryan's ex.
I said, well, Ryan went to the West Coast and told me not to tell you. He said, oh my God, his life would be in danger.
Brewster never told Ryan's mom what the danger was, but it was real.
Despite this odd statement, Keith was never implicated as a suspect in the case. Eventually, Ryan's vehicle was discovered in Barstow County, a few miles from where he was last seen. This confirmed Ryan couldn't have made it back to his car. Detectives and investigators tirelessly continued to search the area near the convenience store, leaving no stone unturned. But months passed with no sign of Ryan. Hope dwindled until that fateful day on September 21st, 2013. 2 months after Ryan's disappearance, 2 hikers stumbled upon a gruesome discovery. The decomposing remains of a young African-American man lay before them, prompting them to report the finding to the police. The authorities immediately recognized the significance of this finding, as it could potentially be linked to Ryan Singleton. Upon further investigation, it was discovered that it was indeed the lifeless body of Ryan Singleton lying in the middle of the desert just 2 miles from the gas station where he was last seen. His body was in advanced state of decomposition, with several bones, including most of his ribs on the left side, missing due to animal activity. But what truly shook them to their core was the gruesome discovery that his heart, lungs, kidney, liver, and eyes were missing. The investigation took a chilling turn as authorities grappled with the mysterious circumstances surrounding Ryan's death. How did he end up in that desolate location? Who was responsible for such a gruesome act? The questions lingered, haunting those involved in the case. An autopsy was performed, but its report wasn't very conclusive. The cause of death is listed as undetermined due to advanced decomposition, and his manner of death was ruled to be the same. When the body was examined by the deputy coroner on September 22, 2013, it was clothed in black shorts, faded black high-top court shoes, black socks, and an orange rubber bracelet with TriCamp 2013 etched into the right wrist. No trauma was noted by the coroner, but he did note several bones appear to have been removed from the body by animal activity. Most of the ribs on the left side had been moved away. The autopsy report notes that when Singleton was last seen by the highway patrolman, he did not appear under the influence of drugs or alcohol. The body weighed 50 pounds when examined by the coroner. It was nearly completely skeletonized. The report also stated that Ryan's head was missing flesh down to the bone on the right, side secondary to animal activity, which was listed as a reason for the loss of his organs as well. The face appeared extremely dehydrated. The reports list a possible hemorrhage on the right side of the skull. The only sign of trauma was a skull fracture, but both the forensic pathologist and the forensic anthropologist say that this is probably a post-mortem event that happens after death, as a result of drying or desiccation in the bone, due to bones drying out. Ryan's mom pointed out several other concerns. The coroner's report stated no tattoos were found on Ryan, but he had tattoos.
Iris Flores says her son's autopsy report left her with so many questions.
2 tattoos were cut off. According to the autopsy, it tells you that the flesh, there was one here behind his ear, and there was one here on his left shoulder, and it tells you that flesh was missing.
The report does not mention the name of the highway patrolman that reportedly picked him up and dropped him off. She has yet to see a police report, and she has yet to see the surveillance video that allegedly shows Ryan at the convenience store before his disappearance. Although his rental vehicle was found the day after he was reported missing, it had been wiped clean of fingerprints, and his phone and backpack were inside. This mysterious circumstance led to various theories about what happened to Ryan. Some speculate that Ryan died in the desert, and wild animals removed his organs after his body was exposed. Another theory suggests that his organs were stolen for the black market. However, a forensic expert who had access to Ryan's autopsy refuted the black market theory, stating that coyotes were more likely responsible for the removal of his organs.
My suspicion is there's a high likelihood this could be coyotes.
If it was coyotes, wouldn't the bones and everything be scattered everywhere and difficult to find?
No, he was still intact. And one of the curious things that the pathologist says in the autopsy report is that there's no indication of surgical intervention in this case. And what that means, because there's a lot of stuff that's floating around on the internet right now about illegal harvestation of organs.
Absolutely.
If that's going to be a procurement event, first off, you have to have a viable way to source the organs, and they would be surgically removed. That means that you would have to have smooth margins that indicates that a scalpel has opened the body. There's no indication of that. As a matter of fact, there's little or no tissue that's left on the outside of the body.
The lack of scalpel marks on the body indicated that no surgical activity was done to him. There have been extensive debates surrounding the circumstances and reasons behind Ryan's untimely demise. Could it be that he fell victim to a cunning scheme that enticed him to a remote location, all in the hopes of securing an acting or modeling opportunity? In his pursuit of a successful career, Ryan may have been willing to take a leap of faith, even if the prospects seemed dubious. However, according to his mother, he was en route back home, implying that everything had gone according to plan. Nevertheless, something may have occurred along the way, as Ryan's life tragically ended in the middle of the desert, with his abandoned car discovered miles away. Despite exhaustive efforts, investigators have been unable to determine the cause of Ryan's death, or gather any substantial leads regarding the individuals responsible for his demise. Consequently, his case remains an open investigation in the state of California, with no individual ever held accountable for this tragic loss. In December 2018, Iris Flowers told 11 Alive that she would like to exhume Ryan's body and conduct an independent autopsy. She called the original autopsy standard and said she believes more information could be gleaned from a new forensic investigation. However, she said that she can't afford the cost of exhuming the body. Flowers continues to work with Ryan's friends, who have formed a production company and were able to shop the story around as a true crime story to garner more interest in the case. They used Ryan's video diary to produce a docuseries that would allow Ryan to tell his own story. And on November 1st, 2020, Dying to Be Famous, the Ryan Singleton mystery premiered on the Bounce TV network.
This is who I am now. This is what I've made. on my own, went out in this world with everything you taught me. So come on. Love you, family.
What do you think happened to Ryan Singleton? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. And don't forget to subscribe for more LGBTQ true crime.